And welcome to the Broome Football Coach's Corner Show. We're joined by head coach Lynn Fleming. Well, Coach Fleming, it's hard to believe it's game time again. It's time to put the ball down, to spot the ball, and time to get after it again.
It is. It just seems like every year gets faster. The summer gets faster. The preseason goes faster. It just seems like everything flies by, and it's here in a hurry. We started practice a couple Sundays ago, and we're strapping it up and playing our first game already. So it's fast. You have to be ready in a hurry.
I believe the summers get shorter too. It seems like
if you
go back to school earlier.
It feels like it.
And all. Well, you've had a lot of things have happened since the season last year, and a lot of good things there that in keeping up. That you've had, I think, two big accomplishments in the weight room. That I think that you had J-Mac set a school record in squats. I believe 625, and I believe you had Shrek, the big man there, Odell. I believe he benched 425 or 450.
Yeah.
There too, so the weight room went well for you during the off season.
It did very well.
So you go coming in to this season. You've got some really good players coming back in key positions. I know there's got to be a lot of excitement around your backfield this year.
Yeah.
That you've got some people there who can flat out play.
Absolutely. There's a lot of excitement. Everywhere. We got some guys all over the field that can play. We've got some guys that have worked extremely hard this off season. Older guys, younger guys, and they've done a really good job of preparing for this year. Now, the key for us is just taking care of ourselves and staying healthy.
So again, I know it's been a very, very busy season for some of your players as far as camps. Was very proud and happy to see Stephen Odell get a commitment and is going to be going to play at Furman next year.
Yeah, he is, and Stephen had a lot of offers. He had a lot of opportunities, and, Furman he thought was the right fit for him and, his family. And, I think it's a great choice. I think it's a great place, great school. They've done a great job, and they keep building, keep getting better. So, we're excited for him and the opportunity he has at the next level.
Well, I told Stephen Saturday when I saw him out there, I said, well, I'm a Gamecock man, but I said number 2 on my list is the Furman Paladins. That's where my brother and all his family went. And Clay Hendricks runs an excellent program over there, and they play some excellent football in the Southern Conference.
Yeah, they do. And
another young man that's been busy this summer too was J-Mac. And I know that he was able to attend some schools, and I had a chance to talk with him about that people have put a lot of high expectations on him, but got an offer from University of South Carolina already and some other places there too. So he's had a busy summer also.
He has. Both those guys and several others, they've been travelers all summer, going places and visiting schools, which has been good. It's been really good for them. So we got some guys that colleges are seeing play, and because of that, we're having more guys getting looks. We have more opportunities. These guys are putting on film and watching a couple guys you mentioned, and Stephen and Jalen, and they're getting to see some of our other players play. So those guys are going to get some opportunities as well. As long as they go out there and do what they're supposed to do.
One thing that excited me that I watched during the off season was I watched a lot of the results that got posted on the Facebook, different places there too, about the track team. Mm-hmm. And when I saw the region champions in the 2x400 or the 200 4 times get their champion 4x2. Yeah, I'll get it right in a minute there, and saw several of them compete individually 200 meters. That looked pretty exciting there, because that's with the Broome's most successful years have been those years that those guys have excelled on the track along with the football field too.
Well, it goes hand in hand. You see all the time these guys, these NFL players that have been recruited or been drafted or whatever, they're multi-sport athletes, and if they're not playing baseball, majority of them are running track, to get faster. And speed, you just can't coach speed. You're faster, you're not. And, these guys can go. So we're excited about this group. We're excited about the speed we have on the field. We're excited about the physicality we have on the field. We just got to stay healthy and just continue to work and get better.
What do you think your returning guys learned from last season? You had a really good season, regular season, and then had a bad game against Chapman there. I know that was a disappointing loss. It was for the region championship. And then the next week got off to a bad start and couldn't overcome a slow start against Woodruff there. So actually ended on a 2-game losing streak. Did that give them extra motivation going into this year, or what did they learn?
Well, I think so. I hope that it gives them motivation to come out and practice and work and understand that we can't afford to get off the slow starts. We need to go out on Friday and be able to set the tone on the field. And, so I think that's the biggest thing I hope they've learned, that we can't go out there and just pace our way through a game. We have to go out and we have to play from the get-go. We have to be the guys jumping on top of what we're doing. We have to be the ones that are putting points on the board and getting stops early. And, we just gotta start faster, is the biggest thing. We have to come out and set the tone of the football game.
Now, I know with the J Mac in the backfield and your backfield there, you're going to see a lot of teams putting 8 in the box, probably, to try to make you throw the football. But J Mac was telling me how much that he had seen going in this year, a tremendous difference in your quarterback, KBB, in there, though, that he had learned a lot. We knew that, he's an excellent scrambler and keeping the play alive, but, he also can throw the ball when he needs to also.
Absolutely. He's had a great offseason, and what he's done as much as anything is matured. And when I mean matured, I mean, matured through fighting through mistakes, but also just matured in how he plays the game. Just the football IQ has just gotten better, and he's learned to do things. He's doing things this year, that he didn't do last year. And he's taking advantage of things this year he didn't take advantage of last year, and it's just a year of experience, and he's just really grown as a person, and he's grown as a football player.
You've been through some changes with the program there that I had mixed emotions on this one. Coach Bridges got the job at Landrum up there. I thought he did a great job here. I'm happy for him to get a head job. He's very worthy of being a head coach there, but hated to see him go. And actually, you lost a couple of coaches who went with him too, though. So
yeah, we did.
Talk a little bit about your people that you brought in for coaching this year.
Yeah, and first of all, I'm so happy for Coach Bridges, Brent, and getting this opportunity. And he's been a head football coach before, and he knows what's involved with being a head football coach. And Brent has done a great job for us, and he's going to do a great job for Landrum. And the guys that went with him, it's great opportunities for them to move up and get opportunities to pursue their goals. I think these guys want to be head coaches as well, so it gives them a chance to move up the ladder, and we're proud of those guys and what they're accomplishing as well. We support our players and we support our coaches. So, you love to see those guys get opportunities that they deserve. And, with that, we had some guys, Coach Wood, who came on board us last year in middle school. We moved him up to in a varsity spot. We hired Jarius Jeter, who played for us here, which was, it's just, you guys have seen him play football before, what kind of player he is, and played at the PC, and did a great job. He's doing a great job for us now. We hired Brent Moore back, stole him back from Blacksburg, and glad to have him back. Very, very knowledgeable coach, and does a great job. And then we hired Jason Farmer, who was the head coach at Landrum, and he's got tremendous knowledge of the run game, and that's kind of what he's done here, and he's brought that aspect. He understands blocking schemes. It's a lot of what he's had to do the last several years to be competitive, and he did a tremendous job at Landrum of doing that. He was coach of the year last year in the region, and he brings that experience to the table, and he's done a fantastic job. All these coaches we brought in are doing a great job for us, and they're working hard. The kids are buying in. They're doing a great job with the kids, and we're really excited. We hated to lose those guys, but really happy for them, but excited where we are as a staff.
And I think too that you've shifted some of the responsibilities over to Spencer now, that he's going to have more of an active part in what's going on the offensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. Coach Derryberry's, he's back over on the offensive side of the ball, working with receivers, and and doing a great job. He's our passing game coordinator. He's got a lot of experience on the offensive side of the ball, and he's played the quarterback position, and again, just a lot of knowledge that we can pull from between those guys. And, so it's like I said, it's great to have those guys, and, very blessed to have them here on our staff.
And I think he's excited about it too, because it's a funny story that when we were over here, and Coach Tony and I, who's going to be behind the camera, so y'all won't have to yell for me to fire the cameraman anymore. If I fire anybody, it'll be Barry, but I'd never do that. But he was saying something. He said, "Man," he said, "I've never seen Coach Fleming this animated out there." I said, "Barry, that's Spencer. Coach Fleming's over there, though." So Spencer was getting excited down on the sidelines there, which was good to see that, though.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about the team this year. Can you talk a little bit about your offense? Again, offense should be very, very strong again on who's some players and people that we need to keep an eye out on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, just trying to go through here, I'm probably going to leave out somebody, but, just working with our receivers. We've got Trayshawn, Trayshawn Super is doing a good job. We got Troy, who's doing a great job for us. Amaje out wide again is doing a great job. In the middle, Landon Deaton, Xavier Hill, and Grayson Bradley. All those guys are doing a great job for it. And the thing is, we're going to be playing a fair amount of guys. We're going to use H-backs a little more. We got 4 guys working there. Bryson Arrowwood. We got Tristan Cromer. We got Jaden Thomas. We got Grant Bradley. We know we got a lot of guys working. Just the way we're practicing right now, we got a lot of guys working in a lot of different positions. So, the good thing about it is, week to week, it's going to be, it may be different guys starting. So, we're going to go out and compete every day in practice and try to get better at that. In the backfield, obviously, we have Jalen, we have Darren Crook, Darren is a phenomenal runner. I mean, he's a downhill guy that, he had a great year for us last year. Kamaje in the backfield. Up front, Hayden Rothrock's been our center. We have Stephen Odell and Amari Shipman at guards, and then at tackles, we have Levi, and we have Levi Bishop and Logan Brown. And we'll have some other guys that will rotate in that situation. So we have a lot of guys, again, that's had a lot of experience. They're getting a lot of experience up here on the practice field as well. So we feel good about substituting at any time with any other guys.
All right, how about the defensive side of the ball? I know you had a couple players that were coming back from last year. You got to replace the human tackling machine.
Yeah.
Noah Quinn, that I will miss calling his name on every play this year and every big hit, though. But just talk about some of the guys that are ready for their chance this year on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, we got DT Thompson, who's done a great job for us at defensive line. I'll kind of start there, and we got a lot of guys again that'll be rotating in. Levi Bishop, Logan Brown, Lance Fowler, Amari Shipman. We got a lot of guys that'll be rotating in at that defensive line position. It's kind of the same thing with linebacker. We're going to be rolling a lot of guys in and out. Tristan Cromer, who's going to be playing Mike. He's going to kind of be taking Noah's position. And if you watched him last year, Tristan did a great job for us last year. I think he had a great game, that Woodruff game, that first time we played.
He was a player of the week, I believe, one time last year too.
Yeah, did a great job. So he's got a lot of experience there. Beside him, we're gonna have Jaden Thomas. We're gonna have Troy. We're gonna have Xavier. We're gonna have Taquan Booker. We're gonna have Grant Bradley. We're gonna have a lot of guys that'll be rotating in at that linebacker position. So that'll be kind of an ever-changing part, and who's playing well will be on the field.
And you will have some speed in the secondary, I feel sure, with some of the guys you've got back there too. So.
Yeah, Trayshawn, Grant, Amaje, all those guys back at, Amaje's all-region player, and force of safety. Those 3 guys back at safety, and I think Preston's working back there as well. And we got Charles and John, who's working at corner. Asher, who's been one of our starting corners. And Darren Crook. We got 4 guys playing corner that's done a great job for us. So, that's the thing is, again, we have guys that we feel confident that can go in and play at any time. And, and especially early when it's hot, we're going to have to find a way to rotate those guys in and out and, give them some breaks and stuff. And we feel confident with the guys that we're able to put in. We feel like we're deeper at a lot of positions. And
last but not least is what I think is one of the most important parts of the game, and you can look down in Columbia and see what they're doing down there. Special teams. You've got a kicker that's been with you for a long time. I've enjoyed getting to know him over the years, and I think there may be hope yet for him to become a Gamecock down the road. He had a visit down there for school there, though, but you've got Mason there, just a good kid and all, and he said that he's doing a lot of the place kicking, even had to punt a little bit and all. But talk a little bit about your special teams this year.
Yeah, we're working Mason. He's done a little bit of everything, and he's probably going to do a little bit of everything. He's our place kicker, but in the last several years has done a tremendous job. He's somebody we feel comfortable with. And we get him within field goal range. We feel pretty confident kicking. And we've kicked several in the preseason. Just to try to get him comfortable doing that, so he can see some live extra points, some live field goal opportunities. Also Jonathan Hughes. Jonathan Hughes he's doing some kicking off for us, some punting for us. He's doing a good job as well. And we have a plethora of skilled guys for return players. So we can put some guys back there at any time that we feel like can take it to the house. Going back to offensive line, Wes Bradley's one. He didn't mention. He's banged up. He's not going to play this week, but he's another one that's been factored in early for us at offensive line, and we just wait for him to get back.
All right. Well, last but not least, let's talk a little bit about the schedule that you go in. 2 out of the first 3 weeks of the season, you're going to be playing teams that are ranked. Powdersville, who we've got with the first game of the season here tonight, that they have just really turned the corner. I'm so glad that their linebacker graduated, that their running back, that finally he's gone on. But lo and behold, they still got that quarterback back there that we've seen what's be 3 years, who can throw it, who can run it, and he's going to be a playmaker for them.
He is. And the one thing you worry about him, you just watch him on film, is you just worry about his scrambling ability. And guys getting, we worked out a couple days, just a scramble drill, just to our guys to get used to staying with the receiver, because he does a good job in the backfield of moving around and moving the pocket and getting out of the pocket and throwing on the run. And, he does a good job of finding people downfield. He's not really looking to scramble to run it. He's looking to get rid of the football, and he does a good job keeping his eyes downfield. So we worked hard on that this week, trying to stay with our guys. But they're a solid football team. They're extremely well coached. Coach Mustard does a great job, him and his staff, and they're just very disciplined. They're not going to beat themselves. They're going to force you to beat them, and and they still have some very good players. That's the thing. I think they had a running back that transferred in from Greenville, who's a really good player, and they put him back there with a quarterback. They still have some good football players, and it's going to be a good football team.
And they come in, I think, ranked either 7th or 8th in 3A preseason right there, though. But that's developed into a good little rivalry. There have been, over the last 3 years, there have been some classic games, even going down to the playoff game, being a foot short on the 2-point conversion. But there have been some great football games.
There has. We matched up with them 2 years in the playoffs. I think we beat them here, and then they beat us at their place in that wild finish game. But like I said, I enjoy playing guys like that, because they're going to have good football teams. They're going to be high character teams. And it just prepares you. It gets you ready for what you're going to play and down the road. And you hope eventually you're going to see them in the playoffs. And it gives you a chance to play them one time and kind of see what they do and get a feel for them. But it's a good, tough, non-region contest for us, and we need that.
And you have also got another one that will probably be a game marked on the schedule that a lot of people in the community will enjoy, is traveling about 2 miles across the street up there, going to play Spartanburg in week 3. Yeah. That'll be a good test for you on the schedule too.
It will be. It's going to be it's going to be a fast group. We're going again. By week 3, we're going to kind of see where we stand. And really because what they're going to do a good job of is exposing what they feel like is your weakness. So that's going to give us a chance. Hopefully by week 3, after week 3, we'll kind of have an idea of the things that we're going to have to work on and get better at, as a football team. and also learn things we're doing well. But like I said, those guys are, they're good football coaches, and they're going to, these first 3 games, they're going to do a good job of trying to expose what they think you're not good at, and we'll be able to find and figure that out, and see what and if any changes we need to make.
Well, we have a new segment that we're going to be doing with a new sponsor this year, the Carolina Spine and Health Injury Report.
I got you.
And we appreciate them coming aboard. That's where I've gone to have work done on my back, and I get a massage either once a week or every other week.
Nice.
So we figured that my wife's already told me the first time that somebody gets shaken up or injured that I need to say, it looks like so-and-so needs an adjustment from Carolina Spine. So she's already written my first commercial for them.
We got the line down.
Yes. So what does it look like right now as far as the health starting the season?
Well, we got, we got Wes, who got hurt in practice, so we're hoping to get him back in a few weeks. And, we got one that's got a rolled ankle. It's, that's, could be out for a potential 4 or 5 weeks. So, we're just trying to piece through it a little bit. And, it's one thing you can't have. We always say going into it, you can't have the injuries, and, it puts your guy who's playing one way, now he's playing 2 ways, or it could be a 2-way starter. Now you got to replace 2 positions. It's tough. It's tougher at a school, our size to have to do that. But we're making adjustments, and we're moving on, and it's next man up mentality, and and hopefully those guys will heal up quick, and we'll have them back soon.
All right, it's time to place the ball now. Tell me, what are the keys towards getting that first victory of the season over Powdersville and starting out 1-0?
The biggest thing for us is just not to beat us. We just can't beat us. We can't jump off sides when it's 3rd and 2 or 4th and 2, and we can't get the holding calls. We can't get the, a tight end covered up call. I mean, we just have to be good with what we do. Have to be smart with what we do. We just can't beat ourselves. Is the biggest thing. And 2, I think special teams is going to play a factor. It always does kind of early. So I think that'll be a big factor as well. And for us, it's just to control the pace of the game. I just think we can't let them dictate that. We have to be the ones to control the pace of the game and fast start.
Well, we are excited. This is year 17 for me.
Oh, wow.
So we've been doing this for a while, and again, I officially on Friday will become eligible for Medicare now.
Oh,
that I will hit 65. So
Congratulations.
hopefully I won't have to use it on the since we're speaking of injuries there, though. So we'll be doing that, though. But we're just looking forward. A lot of excitement about this year, and I just want to say a big thank you that you would be so pleased that I went to Facebook when we lost a lot of our sponsors from last year. Just the response of people have been great wanting to help.
Great.
And I think we put together a good group of sponsors this year. We're going to do everything we can on our end. We know it's going to be exciting watching you guys play. But I just want to thank so much all the sponsors, and even the people that were not, able to sponsor, but they knew people who looked up and say,
That's right.
Help out though. So I appreciate the community and what they've done to make it possible.
That's one thing we have a great community.
We do.
We have a great alumni. These guys always step up and go to bat, and they love this place.
Well, I'm happy to call it my second home here.
Oh, good.
So that's the way we feel about it, though. Well, good luck tonight, and look forward to talking to you after the ball game.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.